guys, hope you're doing well today. I am here with a, excuse me, kind of quick video. It's going to be kind of like a little review slash mostly or pretty much all drugstore haul type video. The main thing though that I was making this video for is to review a eyeliner brush that I had posted a picture on my Instagram of, I think, last night. And if you follow me on Twitter, I tweeted about it, or tweeted about it when I had purchased it. And so yeah, one of my followers on Instagram, I believe it's Makeup Beauty Heaven. I want to make sure I get your name right. Yes, so Makeup Beauty Heaven left me a comment asking for a review on the silicone liner brush from the Real Techniques line. And so I, like I said, just purchased it a couple of days ago at Ulta. It was maybe about $6, so it wasn't that bad. I'm actually really liking it a lot so far. She said that she had seen, I guess, a picture of the silicone brush online and wasn't too sure if it was going to be like, you know, if it would be too thick as far as creating a line as the one in the set. So if you guys aren't new to Real Techniques brushes, they do have a couple of kits where you can get, like, you know, the brushes for foundation. You can get a couple of the brushes together for the eyes. So the one that came in that kit was what they call the Pixel Point eyeliner brush. Hopefully you guys can see it. So it's an actual like hair brush or bristle brush. I don't even think bristle is a good word, but it's like your standard brush. So it has like a thick top to it, and I'm just going to use my BH Cosmetics gel liner to show you. When you create a line, the only thing that you really have the option of doing with this brush is doing like a thicker line. Unless, like on this one here, you do it very, very lightly, but you're going to have to probably build over this line, and it would just take a long time. And even then, I mean, it's a little bit thinner than the other line, but yeah, it tends to give you a little bit thicker of a point. Now, with the silicone brush, if you can see the design, it's like a tapered brush. So it has a point at the top, and then, like, of course, down towards the bottom, it gets a little bit thicker. So hopefully you guys can see that. Now, I really enjoy this brush. The tip of it here is flexible. Okay, so it's not like just a solid piece, which is nice again because it helps you with application. Now with this one, because of that tip, you can create a finer line. So that one there. The other thing with it too is you can create probably a thicker line. I can see what I'm doing with more pressure, but even so, it really stays pretty thin. So that one was doing like a little bit harder of a pressure. Now the thing again that I like about this brush is because it has that tip on it, it really helps to define any edges, help you create that wing, you know, make a nice crisp point. So yeah, that pointed tip on it is really nice. So yeah, even like that line there is pretty thin. So yeah, I definitely would choose this brush over the one that came with the set. And then here they are side by side. Like I said, very different. You can tell the silicone obviously is a lot smaller than the other eyeliner brush. And again, just it makes a finer line. It helps me to get like really close to the lash line. Like I said, it helps me to create that wing a little bit easier, clean up any lines, make a nice crisp point. So I definitely would recommend getting this. It is a lot different than the eyeliner brush that came in the set. I don't even think I've really used this one, but once or twice because, you know, again, I found that it applies really thick compared to some of the other eyeliner brushes. So yeah, I definitely would recommend getting this one. Again, if you'd like to have something that's a little bit smaller, does a little bit more of a finer line, more precision. The next thing that I have, if you guys caught my Instagram picture, I had purchased the eyebrow pencil from Sephora about, I want to say it was a couple weeks ago, although it feels like it was not even a couple weeks ago, and I ran out of it already. So that was kind of depressing. I really liked the product, but I couldn't imagine spending like $13, $14 every couple of weeks just on an eyebrow pencil. So another one of my Instagram followers told me about, let's see, I'm trying to find out who it was. Sorry, I should have looked at this before. Oh yeah, Makeup Milk. She told me about the Maybelline Precise Eyebrow, or Define-A-Brow, sorry. The Define-A-Brow eyebrow pencil. So it has like this weird little comb. Again, I'm not really a big fan of the combs. I've been using just like clean disposable spoolie brushes to brush out my brows and blend. And then it is a fine point. I don't think it's as fine as the like Brow Wiz or the Sephora one that I had, but it is smaller than a lot of them that I've seen. Excuse me. I used it today. One thing that I've noticed right away is it's very soft. So like as far as the Sephora pencil that I was using, it is a little bit harder. So it gives you like, it enables you to do a little bit more definition, I guess you could say. So I had a little bit of trouble like defining kind of like the bottom outline because it was soft. I had to go back in with, you know, my powder and my brush and try and define it that way. So that's one thing that I have a problem as far as this pencil goes. The other thing, she had kind of warned me before, she told me to get the like strawberry blonde pencil because the rest of them, as far as the brown, was very like reddish in tone. Now, of course, I don't have too much of a problem with that because I did dye my hair. It is like more of a deeper red though. But if you can see, if I do end up posting this, it looks very, I guess it's very light as far as the brown goes. So I definitely do feel I have to go back in with like my darker brow powder, which is not a problem because it does help me cover up like any patches that I wasn't able to get with this pencil. So those are kind of like iffy things, but as far as like price and stuff, it was only I think $8 for this, compared to like 13 or 14 with the Sephora. So I think it's something that I could live with if I decide to keep doing my brows with a pencil instead of doing like the eyebrow wax and powder like I was. So yeah, it's definitely something I'm glad that she pointed out to me, to save me a little bit of money. So another thing I like recently rediscovered that I had this was, again with that Real Techniques set, it did come with a brow brush. And I really like this one because it has like a nice angle to it and it's a little bit dense, but it's not too thick. But that one I used today and I do like it. So I think this might be a new kind of rediscovery for me. And speaking of, again, Real Techniques brushes, I know I'm going on a crazy, where is it? Real Techniques rant here today, but I've been rediscovering some of the brushes that I had from them, which is also, you know, always nice. But they had this deluxe crease brush, and this is too big for my crease, or to create my crease because I have smaller eyelids and they're completely flat. But what I found this works really well with is my Glamouflage concealer. So I've been looking for a brush that I could use to apply it because I've been using my fingers all the time, but it's just a really fluffy, like, kind of dome-shaped brush, and it just blends out my concealer really well. So if you guys are like me and you have purchased this set and haven't really found a use for this brush, try it with your concealer. I had been talking to a couple of people on Instagram. I think it was, let's see, a couple of us were having a discussion on it. I don't remember if someone posted a picture of it or what had happened. But Beauty Type, another one of the girls that I follow and follows me on Instagram, had talked about the Revitalift Miracle Blur. And I had tried it too, and I found that I really don't like it. Like, it doesn't do a whole lot. So I decided to try the Baby Skin from Maybelline, and it's another kind of pore eraser. It has like the exact same consistency feeling as the Revitalift, just a lot cheaper. Again, it's like $8 versus $20 for the Miracle Blur. And I actually find that this one works better than the Miracle Blur, the L'Oreal. I believe it's L'Oreal. Yeah, because I tend to have like bigger pores on my nose here and then like right here on my cheeks, and it seems like it helps to reduce the size of it a little bit better than the other one was. So I don't know, maybe if you are watching this, I believe her first name is Micah. I hope I'm getting that right. Mika, I don't know. Let me know how to pronounce it, or if that is your first name. Go ahead. I would suggest trying this one. Like I said, I've only been using it a couple of days, but it is a lot cheaper than the Revitalift and cheaper than like probably Benefit's Pore Professional. I believe that's what it's called. So yeah, that you might find that this one works, hopefully. Like I said, I do notice a little bit of a difference compared to the other one. So another thing that I purchased the other day, I got this on sale for 75% off at CVS. This is one of the Color Stay mineral lip glazes, and it's in the color Timeless Nude. It's actually what I'm wearing today. I really like this color. I feel like it's a good nude for me. It still lets a little bit of like the pinkness in my lips to show through. And it is a little bit of a pink tint, but I don't feel like it really like washes my lips out or makes them look like ashy, I guess. Because some like nude lipsticks will be a little bit too light, or they don't have that warmth in them. So it makes me look really weird. But I'm really liking this one. It does last a long time. I don't feel like it dries out my lips like the Color Stay lipstick did. So I'm actually kind of curious to try some of these other Color Stay lip glazes, because I had only bought one of the Color Stay lip sticks, and that's the last one that I tried because it dried out my lips so much. So I think I might try these. And then, of course, if you guys are fans of NYX Cosmetics, they released their butter lipsticks just recently, and I picked up a couple. I got Snowcap and Hunk, and Snowcap again is just a really nice nude color. I did layer this yesterday with the Color Stay, so it's a really pretty color. And then a Hunk is this really cool like fuchsia purple. There was one of my other pals on Instagram, Kate the Redhead. Kate posted a picture of a butter lipstick that she had purchased too, and I don't remember the color of it, but I really liked that color, and I wanted that color, but they were all sold out at Ulta when I went, so that was kind of sad. And then I also picked up two of the regular like round case lipsticks from NYX because they were buy one get one half off. And this one is in Violet Ray. It's like a frosty kind of plum color right there. And I actually layered that one with, what did I layer? Oh, I think I layered it with Hunk because it gave it a little bit more of a deeper color. When I apply it though, it has like this weird like fragrance to it. It's very perfumey. I don't like it. I'm not sure, I'm sure this one has the same thing, but this one's in Chic Red. And it's just a really pretty bright pinky red. So I haven't worn this one yet, but I liked the color. The last things that I got 75% off on this one too, Physicians Formula. It's just like their green color corrector slash concealer, so cancels out any redness on your face. I haven't really used that one yet. And then the last thing I got yesterday was this Purple Royale. It's a limited edition from Maybelline, and it's their Color Sensational High Shine Lip Gloss. This color is crazy. Like, I put it on yesterday and my boyfriend's like, you look like you're dead, or like you suffered from, I don't know, drowning or something. Because it's like, literally, it's like this deep purple color. But I thought it was really cool. I might have to layer it over, you know, like maybe Hunk or that Violet Ray color, just to change it up a little bit. But I'm actually interested to see how it would look with just that lip gloss as like my main lipstick color. I'll probably have to do like a really neutral eye, but yeah, we'll see how that turns out. But yeah, so those are just a couple of things that I have purchased in the past couple of days. Mostly drugstore stuff, which is nice because it saves you money and you can still find some good stuff. But yeah, hopefully that helped you guys out, gave you a little bit of a heads up on a couple of products, and then hopefully the eyeliner brush comparison was good enough for you to decide to go buy it, or if you don't want to. But like I said, I do recommend it. It's been a great brush so far, and I have really enjoyed it. So yeah, I hope you guys have a great day. Don't forget to give this a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and don't forget to subscribe, and I will catch you guys next time. All right, bye.